Welcome back. Okay, so news of the day video, and of course, the biggest news today was Jack Eichel, which he will be having the surgery that he wants, and Kelly McCrimmon has stated that it'll be a 3 to 5 month timeline for Eichel's debut as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights, which puts him quite a ways out. Tuck will make his debut for Buffalo. The timeline for him is January, so Tuck would be playing for Buffalo before Eichel would be playing for Vegas. And again, Vegas is, in this case, betting that Eichel's going to have a return to form. And he's young enough that absolutely he can have a return to form. It's just been a really rough time for him. So, yeah, that can turn around. Jonathan Drouin is out tonight. The way that Dominic Ducharme's talking about it doesn't sound like he's going to be out long term. It's not a concussion, but he does have a bruise from where the puck hit him in the head the other night. He did end up going to get attended to medically after that took place, and so he's going to be out at least for tonight, and we'll see. And a bruise like that, it's possible. Yeah, putting on a helmet would be almost impossible depending on where it is and the size of it and all that. So, I mean, that may be part of it, and just the pain of it all, right? So, hopefully Drouin's not out that long, because in a season that so far hasn't been fantastic for Montreal, Drouin's been one of the bright spots. So hopefully he's not out for very long. The Vitaly Kravtsov saga took a turn about 24 hours ago, where he was loaned to the KHL by the New York Rangers. So, yeah, this just continues. He hasn't played any games at any level yet, so you have to get him onto the ice. You have to get him playing. So he'll be playing in the KHL for now, and we'll see whether or not he gets dealt, where he gets dealt, and all that other wonderful stuff. Of course, there was all this speculation about Eichel maybe going to the Rangers, and Kravtsov might have been part of the package going towards Buffalo. I didn't get into it all because I thought it was getting ridiculous. And a good example, and the next item on the board, is that there were rumors that Matthew Tkachuk was offered up as part of a deal for Jack Eichel, and the team coming out and saying no, he wasn't. And I have no reason to think that they would offer up Tkachuk and other pieces in exchange for Eichel at this stage. So they were the last team that was in on Eichel, other than Vegas. And yeah, Tkachuk not offered in the trade deal, which is good, because I have a Matthew Tkachuk jersey, and my Eichel jerseys as of today, well, they're not anything that I'm going to be wearing in a video where I'm talking about Buffalo for a while. So yeah, I wouldn't want to see the Tkachuk ones end up in a similar spot. Although it would be a completely different situation, right? It's not like Tkachuk would have asked for the trade and we would have had all this drama. Glad that part of the drama is over. There's other dramas in the NHL that are still rolling, but the Eichel one should be done for now. Marian Gaborik made it official today. He hadn't played a game since 2017-2018. He played for the Ottawa Senators for almost 20 games, and he didn't play after that. And of course, his rights were transferred to the Tampa Bay Lightning last year. He officially retires. He played 1,035 games in his career, 407 goals, 408 assists, 815 points. He was the second team All-Star in the NHL in 2011-2012 as a member of the New York Rangers. And he was a very exciting, fast player in his early days, and he was one of the better goal scorers in the league when he was at his peak. He did reach top 10 in goal scoring 3 times in his career. The highest he finished was third. So all the best to Marian Gaborik in his retirement. And yeah, I think that, other than his contracts there towards the end of his career being a little bit high, and of course that's why he gets moved around on top of the LTIR bit. Yeah, I think Gaborik, a really solid career. He was the one that I remembered being the forward that I was most scared of when the Vancouver Canucks played against Minnesota. And now Kaprizov would have that role now with Minnesota. Kravtsov could end up in Minnesota. Go ahead, speculate away. Why not? Gaborik, all the best to him. Dylan Larkin is still away from Detroit for personal reasons. This could be anything. So Larkin will not be playing tonight in the game that they've got scheduled to play. So that hurts Detroit. Larkin not being in the lineup absolutely hurts Detroit. And the seemingly mysterious personal reasons around this just makes you wonder, so what's going on? Because it could be good personal reasons, it could be bad personal reasons, right? We'll see what's going on. Normally it means that it's not good news, but there might be something else going on. And so we'll see. Hopefully everything's okay with Dylan Larkin, family, friends, and all that, and hopefully he's okay. So the Carolina Hurricanes, with their victory last night, they get one win away now. One win away from tying the record for most wins to start a season and 2 wins away from breaking it. So this is a really good start the Carolina Hurricanes have got off to record-wise, and yet their last couple of games, you can see that there's some issues there, but they overcome them against Chicago last night, and they survived that scare against Arizona. But you can see that like this winning streak is kind of winding down, and every team has those ebbs and flows during an 82-game schedule. No team plays great for 82 games. So you can see that Carolina's maybe on the verge of having that first loss, but it hasn't happened yet. So we'll see when it happens. We'll see if it's Florida that gives them their first defeat the first time they play against one another. That should be a fantastic matchup when that takes place. And yeah, so for Carolina, the record winning streak continues. I really thought Chicago, when they went up 3-1 last night, I thought, well, Carolina's had a good run, but yeah, Chicago's played a really good game. They looked like the old Blackhawks, and then the mistakes showed up, and Carolina took advantage. And once Carolina got the momentum in that game, Chicago really didn't have the answer. Even though they had power plays and all those opportunities, just wasn't happening. The surprise to me yesterday was they announced that they were going to have a hearing for PK Subban. And a hearing always, this season and last season, has meant a suspension, right? If it's a fine, they normally just announce it. If they say we have a hearing with, that would mean a suspension. But Subban was fined yesterday $15,000, so it's just an escalating series of fines for him. He went from $5,000 the first fine, now it's $15,000 for the fine for the trip on Seagrass. And I don't know, so is it a suspension next, or is Subban going to change the way he, like $20,000 is a lot for most of us, right? For Subban, it's not. So does this deter him? What happens next? Or is this the last we'll hear of it this year? So, yeah, Subban ends up getting a fine. I was surprised by that, but I'm not sure. I guess I just figured, well, there's a standard set. When there's a hearing, there's a suspension. So clearly there'll be a suspension, and of course not. Of course, maybe they watched that video yesterday and they're like, don't tell us what to do. We'll give them a fine. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And thank you guys so much for all your support. A reminder, in the description for this video, I will have a link to the charity that I'm supporting. This is Hockey Fights Cancer Month, so this is a good time to remind people that I have this charity that I support, West Coast Kids Foundation. Very good charity, local charity. And yeah, check out the link in the description, and help them out any way you can. And just look through their programs. They're excellent. And again, blew them away last year. Let's do it again this year. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.